Most businesses have one problem that never goes away. There are just not enough hours in a day. It doesn't matter if you're just starting out or you have a larger team. At the end of the day, you can only do so much with 24 hours. But what if you had a system that maximizes your output with those 24 hours? See, I built a team of 11 agents living on my Mac Mini that help me drive revenue while I focus on what actually matters. They handle the lead gen, the outreach, the marketing, the content, client support, finances, and even my health and my burnout. And the whole thing runs on my Mac Mini sitting on my desk. Let me show you what's inside. Most of you have probably heard of OpenClaw. It's an open source framework that lets you run AI agents on your own machine. OpenClaw connects to Telegram, which is where I talk to all of my agents. You can also connect it to Discord, WhatsApp, Slack, pretty much any messaging app that you already use. I open Telegram and I tell Jarvis what I need and he gets it done. Now the key piece here is the 11 agent system. OpenClaw is arguably the most powerful open source software on the planet, but it's not as easy as installing it and clicking go. You still have to set up the infrastructure, the skills, the cron jobs, and actually make it work. There's tons of videos online showing you how to install OpenClaw yourself, but if you want me to make a video on how I set mine up specifically, let me know in the comments. And if you are more of a hands-off person who just wants this system installed into your business without the extra work, that's exactly what my company does. So the link is going to be in the description for you to book a free consultation. So here's how it works. Jarvis is my chief of staff. He's the only agent I talk to directly. Every other agent reports directly through him. Think of it like a company. You don't CC the CEO on every single email. You have a chief of staff who delegates and only brings you what you actually need. The same logic applies here. Jarvis handles scheduling, triage, priority ranking, email filtering. He delegates the other 9 agents as it seems fit. Here's the full roster. Sarah is our Chief Sales Officer. She handles the outreach, CRM, and pipeline management. She finds new leads, tracks follow-ups, and keeps the sales engine running. Without her, there'd be no deals in the pipeline. Saul is my legal consultant, and he handles everything like contracts, compliance, and risk flags. Scout is my intelligence officer. He handles research and lead intel. He scrapes the best data brokers every single night, so I always have a fresh batch of leads. He preps call profiles on my prospects, so things like biggest pain points, company size, and how much business that person might be getting. Maven is our CMO. She handles content, social media, blog drafts, and video scripts like this one. Paired with Scout, I always have fresh content to record, so it's a must-have for any digital creator. Atlas handles DevOps and coding, so not full builds, but system monitoring. He keeps the lights on, watches for failures, and alerts me when something goes down. Clara is our customer support specialist. She handles the stuff that makes clients feel taken care of, and she's available to them 24/7. So if something breaks there, she's available. And if she can't fix it, she contacts me directly. Sentinel is our security specialist. He monitors for threats, flags suspicious activity, and runs prompt injection training for all of the other agents. I set this up by giving each AI its own email, and Sentinel periodically will send them malicious emails to test whether agents will follow injected instructions or ignore them. It's the same thing corporations do with their employees, and honestly, I haven't seen anyone else talk about this system, but it's necessary. Prompt injection is one of the biggest risks with AI agents in business, and it will be to come when more and more businesses start to use this. Now, Argus is my CFO. Everything finance is his domain. Revenue, expenses, tax preparation, and budgeting, all across my 3 businesses. I've struggled with ADD for most of my life, so I've always been terrible with money management. But Argus has made bookkeeping feel manageable instead of overwhelming. And finally, we have Vitalis, my health and my fitness coach. We'll get back to him in a second. See, all of these agents run locally and they're coordinated through Jarvis. I built it this way to remove as much friction as possible between me and my outcomes. See, Jarvis is the reason any of this works. Without him, I'd have 10 chatbots I never actually talk to. Here's what a real morning looks like. I'll wake up, Jarvis has already pulled my calendar, he's checked my email, he's ranked my tasks, and he's sent me a briefing on Telegram to start the day. He doesn't ask me what I want to do, he tells me what matters most, and we choose the sprints based on that. And he even pushes back when I'm going to make a bad decision. I created a priority algorithm where revenue gets the most weight, then urgency, then deadlines, then dependencies. He ranks everything and I just execute. He also runs guard mode, so during focus blocks, nothing gets through unless a client is down, a payment failed, or Sentinel flags something critical. That alone has probably saved me 10 hours a week. And then there's parking lot. I can't tell you how many ideas I've lost forever because I didn't write them down in time. The parking lot command fixes that. Anytime I get an idea, I park it and it goes into my long-term task list. Reviewed, war gamed, and stress tested. Ideas don't get lost, they get their moment. Random ideas can come and become real projects instead of disappearing 30 seconds after I think of them. That's been a complete game changer for me and probably the most important thing that Jarvis does. See, Sarah runs on GPT 5.4 through my $20 a month pro plan, and every night Scout will scrape the internet for a fresh batch of leads, and he'll research one and build an entire lead profile on every single one, which is a one-page Google Doc I can read before every single call. So, biggest pain points and how much business they're currently getting. Sarah takes that intel, drafts outreach message tailored to each lead. Here's how it works. Every single night, Scout will go and scrape the internet for a new batch of leads. He researches each one and then he will build a lead profile, which is a one-page Google Doc I can read before a call. It'll give me the biggest pain points, the company's size, and how much business they're currently getting. Sarah takes that intel and then she drafts out messages tailored to each lead and queues them for my approval before she sends anything. She owns the pipeline, so she tracks who responded, who ghosted, and who needs a follow-up. Before Sarah, outreach was the one thing I'd always say I'd do, and then I'd put it off for a week. Now it just runs while I focus on the work that my brain is actually built for. Now this is the last one that people normally laugh at until they hear what it does. Vitalis doesn't just track my workouts and my diet, he tracks my work patterns. The hours logged, late night streaks, long streaks, small streaks. See, if I've been grinding for 6 days straight, he flags it. If I'm skipping meals, he notices. If I haven't taken a real break by 3 p.m., Jarvis will interrupt me and tell me. See, I have severe ADHD, so left to my own devices, I will hyper-focus till 3 a.m. and then I will crash out and do nothing for 2 days. Vitalis is the circuit breaker that keeps me running. It sounds soft, but it's not. For me, it's a non-negotiable, and it's a difference between a sustainable business and a hobby that burns you out in 6 months. Most productivity systems optimize for output. Vitalis optimizes for longevity. And honestly, that's worth more than any agent on this stack. So that's the system at a bird's eye view, but what does it actually produce? I'm one person and I'm running 3 companies. Client onboarding, outreach, content, legal review, financial tracking, all handled. I just show up, Jarvis tells me what to focus on, I do the work that actually requires a human, and the agent just takes care of everything else. I have meetings on my calendar every single week, not because I remembered to schedule them, but because Sarah took care of the outreach already. Each new client gets their AI employee within 24 hours because Clara is trained to set them up that way. My content calendar doesn't depend on motivation. Maven just drafts it, I record it, she edits it, and I post it. I haven't missed a client call in months because Jarvis briefs me 15 minutes before with everything I need. And when I'm about to make a dumb decision, like targeting a client that doesn't fit, Jarvis pushes back with data, not a hunch. See, the system is still a work in progress, and it's not magic. I still work hard and I still build workflows, fix bugs, see how to see around corners. But I work on the right things, and I don't waste time on the stuff that an agent can handle in 10 seconds. One person, 10 employees running on a Mac Mini, and that's my system. So if you want to learn how to build this for yourself, I'm launching a free community where I'll meet with you one-on-one and teach you how to build it. The waitlist is live, the link is in the description, and everybody who joins gets a free setup guide for when we launch. And look, I'm not here to sell you some $3,000 course. I'm not here to tell you that AI is going to replace your team tomorrow, but I am going to tell you this. If you're a business owner or a solopreneur or a consultant or freelancer, you're probably doing way too much and you don't even realize it. Email, scheduling, research, follow-ups, content, client management, all of it could be automated. Not with vague AI tools, but with a real system with agents that actually do the work, not just tell you stuff. If you want to see what this looks like for your business, you can book a free AI consultation in the description. We'll look at where you're spending your time and I'll show you exactly what agents would replace that work. It's free, and honestly, even if you don't book, just drop a comment on what task you would like to see AI replace in your business. What would you do if you got that time back? If you found anything useful, drop a like. It helps me reach more people like you. I'm documenting the full build of this system, what works, what breaks, what I'd change. So subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date. Talk soon.